shall we begin?
Alrighty, good evening everybody, and welcome to another exciting adventure of Sunday Night Madness. I am your host, Crazy Chris, and joining me as always are other individuals in the studio that also participate in the shenanigans that is the show. Across from me I have Topher, the magnificent, hairy, drunken alcoholic. I don't remember the
Hey, speaking of which, I need to go to the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Just instantly show starts, I need a drink.
Well, I have to deal with you, so.
This is true.
Paddle 4 up.
Paddle 4 up.
All the way.
Paddle 4 is up all the way.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, because remember, these two mics are
That's
all
right.
the way up.
You have to turn them all the way up or you can't hear shit and people get all bent out of shape and crazified. And over there I've got Woody joining me.
Hello.
Again in the studio. Super happy to have him back. Contributing and helping us out on the show. Always a pleasure, Woody. Thank you.
Yeah. I think I was groped.
I did Topher. That's sexual harassment. I don't want a promotion that way.
It's not this kind of station.
Yet. Give it time, Woody. Give it time.
Give it time, yep.
And then, of course, I have with us as well. We have with us. Because we are family. And that's how this works. I have the lovely research assistant, Miss Krista. I love how this fucking prick gets a beer for himself and brings us nothing. What a dick.
Did you want one?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Please and thank you. Woody?
After the next break, I'll have
Okay.
one.
So next break. All right, so we have a fun and exciting show to bring you guys this evening. We're going to crack some jokes. We're going to tell some stories. We're going to hopefully enlighten your world with some educational material. But don't worry, it'll be the fun kind, the useless shit that'll not help you in life at all.
Just good old useless knowledge.
Good old useless knowledge. There we go. Ding, ding, yingling. What's that, Miss Krista?
You said ding. I said fries are done.
Ding, fries are done. That was actually really one of the funniest fucking videos I think I've ever seen. The Ding Fries Are Done parody. You ever see that, Woody?
No, I haven't.
It's set to Carol of the Bells, and it's a Burger King employee. And it's
Oh.
just, Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
I've heard that, yes.
Yeah. It's a fantastic fucking video. See, I miss those.
I think that was a Family Guy skit, too.
It
Wasn't
was, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he did the...
I thought that was the only one.
No, that's... that. You gotta remember, pretty much every joke on Family Guy is borrowed from a pop culture reference. So, that is a... that particular skit with Peter was from... What do we...
Oops. I'm throwing my phone.
Chris is breaking shit.
Only my stuff.
There we go. Is that better? Yeah, it is. Now I'm peeking, baby.
Yeah, we're not getting the echo now.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay. My bad. Sorry. Jesus.
That's what I was going to tell you, too.
All right, there we go.
Closer, we don't have as much of an echo.
I need to make love to it.
You basically stick it in your mouth. Now, oh, okay. That's certainly fucking escalated quickly.
Well, you
All
can
right.
always stick it in my mouth.
Well, yeah. Well,
I just do what I'm told. Sometimes.
I was about to say, this isn't that kind of station, Krista. Yet.
So we're always looking to expand.
We are always looking to expand. That means two things for those listeners out there who are savvy enough to catch double entendres. By the way, double entendre might be the word of the day for Miss Misty, who's probably listening right now. She doesn't really miss the show very often. I found that out because I got yelled at.
Hey, at least she's dedicated.
She is a dedicated listener. I will give her that. I will give her that credit.
like the ones you read about.
Right.
Well, hopefully...
Who was that bitch of the fucking 70s? That got the stalker dude. Was it Jodie Foster had the stalker?
Yeah.
They tried to fucking kill her or something like that, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, I assassinate JFK or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, back when she was still a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a Jodie Foster, and then there was the one before that where the guy actually murdered someone else for this person. I don't remember who the hell that was.
The Manson family?
Well, that's always a good go-to when you talk about murder. You're just like, was it the Manson family? Because that just seems like something they do.
Yeah, because Charlie never murdered anybody.
No, he
all
didn't.
his followers did it for him.
And a lot of people get that confused because they're like,
What's
oh,
that
you know.
Netflix show about? I forget.
Which one?
That Zac Efron is in.
Ted Bundy. That's the Ted Bundy tapes, I think is what that's called on
Watch
Netflix.
that.
I don't really need to.
Want to.
Of course, because you're a white girl and you get excited for any serial killer
And it's-
documentary.
Love our
Murder
serial killers.
It is a little bit ridiculous, the obsession that our culture has.
Well,
with
Zac
serial
Efron.
killers.
I mean, he's younger, but started out with High School Musical and whatnot. So
I didn't watch any of
I
those.
didn't either. But you don't find him attractive when he's in High School Musical. But
No.
now he's kind of hot.
Oh, I found.
But I figured that out when I saw
What was
Greatest
it? The
Showman.
Neighbors? What is it? I think it was The Neighbors with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron.
He was in the frat house.
Yeah, he was the frat boy. He was the frat president or whatever. And that was fucking funny. I thought he did a really good job on that. So Zac Efron
He's
is
expanded
pretty
quite a
good.
bit
He
since
has.
High School Musical.
I'll give him credit, but it's still hard. It's like a Justin Bieber thing for me. Justin Bieber's the devil. So if you ever actually see me referencing Justin Bieber in any way, shape, or form, it's usually in a negative capacity. But if he were to star in something that's
He's
like a
married,
great movie,
apparently.
like I'm gonna tell you right now, if he was in Avengers Endgame, I wouldn't have fucking watched the movie.
Bieber?
Yeah, legit. If he was in that movie, I'd have been like, nope, done. Marvel, you done fucked. Disney, you done fucked up. Like, I wouldn't even blame Marvel at that point because that can't be a Marvel decision. But like, Stan Lee's been dead for fucking 6 months and y'all are already fucking shit up.
Yeah, but he was there for that movie being made.
Yes, he was. So, does anybody have any fun shit to talk about? Yeah, that's right, putting y'all on the spot just instantly. We'll talk about something here in a minute, but go ahead, Woody.
I'm going to say, on the Saturday night show, we're going to be shaving us a Yeti here soon.
Shaving the Yeti.
Who's a Yeti?
By the way, that's not that's
totally
not a
sounds
double
like,
entendre.
Yeah, that totally sounds like a euphemism.
All euphemism.
It really does.
No, but
Tell the people why. Why we're shaving
all
the
right.
Yeti.
Well, the main host of the show, Jim, being the sadist that he is, offered Eddie to fully wax his body, but he was going to offer money to a veterans charity of his choice.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So if we got 50 likes, he was going to donate 200. If we got 100 likes, he was going to donate another 100. So Eddie agreed to it, and I offered to match Jim. So today by around noon, we got our 100 likes. So we've got $600 that's going to a donation of a veterans charity. Which one is it, Chris?
It's the
Pets for Vets?
no, it's Brian Keaton's when he works with it's like a veteran sports thing to help injured vets like get back into sports and whatnot.
Oh, okay. I'm not 100%. I know there are literal thousands of veterans charities,
Right.
Which is awesome. Like, don't misunderstand. I fully support that in every way, shape, or form. But I love it.
But not all of them are
bottom message.
legit.
Right. All right. I gotta look at something. Okay. All right. I got to check things. We got to do stuff. All right. Very quickly, but no, seriously, Woody, kick ass that we were able to raise $600 for veterans charity. And on top of that, we get to wax the Yeti, which is even better.
Oh,
I mean, it's not better, but at the same time, it's like it's got to be right on par. Like, you don't want to say that helping a veteran is less or equal to waxing a Yeti, but at the same time, I feel like every veteran out there would be like, no. Like, we would actually give that money back just to watch.
well, we do have cameras. We could do a pay-per-view because
I think that Patreon.
Well, no, actually, the part of the other stipulation was at the 100. It's not just on air like mics and everything. It will be Facebook Live on.
All right,
Metal
so
and
we
Madness.
will be recording it. So like the world, all of you that donated, thank you so very much.
Although we're going to have a dump button for that because we might break it as much as it because Eddie tends to blurt out anything that comes to his mind. So I imagine with all that hair being ripped off his body, there's going to be a ton of cursing going on.
Well,
Cursing, I bet you will cry.
that's the thing. But in a
video,
Facebook
that's
Live
right.
video, you can say whatever you want. It won't. I mean, even on YouTube, it can go right on YouTube too. You're allowed to say whatever you want, just as long as we don't show dicks or titties. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Well, they're no fun.
You can't show quote nudity. So as long as we don't actually show flopping penises like a George R.R. Martin novel, like we're good. Like it's fine. I feel like if he ever had a pop-up picture
like
book,
Deadpool.
somebody'd get their eye poked out. Sorry, that was a terrible one. That was a hard dick joke.
No, it's mine.
Oh, God damn it. But it's cool, though, because you get to the page with Reek. You don't have to worry about it. All right. We're going to take a quick break, everybody. We'll be right back on Sunday Night Madness. Don't go anywhere. We're going to pay some bills. And while we're doing that, feel free to check out the Patreon page for Geek Public Radio, patreon.com/GP Network. There are 3 levels that you can donate with. There's a $2, a $5, $10 level. $2 will buy me a beer, which I currently have in my hand, so thank you for whoever did that. A $5 level, which is buying me a shot. And then the $10 level is
Wasted!
So thank you guys so very much. Check us out right there on patreon.com/GP Network. We will be right back.
Shall we begin?
All right, we are back here on Sunday Night Madness, joined by Topher, the hairy bastard, Krista, the lovely research assistant, and Woody, and I myself am Crazy Chris. In case you guys missed it, we were just discussing the awesome work that the gentleman over at the Metal of Madness show did in raising $600 for veterans charity.
See, I don't think what they anticipated is me calling a bar and
Right.
saying, "Hey."
Well, okay. So, like, I'm not trying to be braggadocious. There's your other word of the day, Misty. I'm not trying to be braggadocious, but I do know a shitload of people. It does not take me long to network out and hit people up, and especially if there's no money involved. People are like, wait, all I have to do is message. I'm like, yeah, fuck that, I'm down. So I do want to give special thanks to everybody that I reached out to that donated, or excuse me, not donated, but everybody that reached out and liked the page, sent out the messages. Really, really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely helps us. It's going to help veterans in need. It's going to help, a lot of different things. And as a result of that, we get to shave a Yeti. And Stafford actually sent over a.
Oh no, we were gonna have T-shirts for.
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna have fucking T-shirts. That's awesome. It's literally shave your Yeti.
And they're hunter orange
And it's gonna be awesome
with black print.
That's perfect.
Is there a reason for the hunter orange?
Well,
Yeah.
You're hunting down a
You're
Yeti.
hunting. Yeah, you're hunting a
Oh,
Yeti.
you're hunting a Yeti and shaving it?
So you gotta shave him. Yeah. I did see an article in a newspaper that was human bait needed for hunting
Yes,
Bigfoot. You guys see that?
I saw that too.
I'm volunteering for that. I'm not worried about it. So
Well, see, Stafford's always said if he goes Bigfoot hunting, he's taking Eddie with him. He's putting him in a sundress and a blonde wig to try to attract Bigfoot.
well, they can't do that now. Although Bigfoot might actually appreciate the shaven Yeti.
He might like his women
He
clean.
might like his women clean
It's
shaven.
kind of like that one Venture Brothers
No,
episode.
that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I was like, this is totally like Venture Brothers.
It's not like you've never seen a shaved Bigfoot before. A Bigfoot is something I've never seen before. So, yeah. So, special thanks to all those people out there. And I'll actually get the list in a minute, and we'll rattle off some of the names and stuff, because that was pretty fucking kick-ass, and I really greatly appreciate it. So, cautionary tale. It's story time with creepy Uncle Chris.
Oh, dear.
So, at the bar, every once in a while, we have gentlemen who believe that they are bigger and badder than security. And it happens,
Right.
especially liquid courage.
Get a few
They also
drinks
have
in him.
creepers.
Absolutely. They get those drinks in them. They start acting fucking crazy. Sometimes they're hopped
dick's
up on
bigger than
drugs.
yours.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's that's always a thing. Like, I'm a fucking gangster. First of all, you're from Anderson, so no, the fuck you're
Victory.
not. Unless you're in a suit and tie and you were part of the Dillinger gang, then maybe. But
Right.
I'm just having a hard time picturing that.
We need to bring that back, by the way.
The suit and tie gangster?
Yeah.
No, real gangsters wear a suit and tie.
The
end.
1920s gangster, right?
Yeah.
Well, not even the 1920s. Like even now, Yakuza, Triad, all of that. They don't walk around looking like they don't
They don't
look conspicuous.
like their ass hangs down to their knees.
Right.
Well, it's because they have money. They can afford the nice suits.
Right, that's the thing. It's like those are real gangsters. Those are the people you don't fuck with. Though that's old money. You don't fuck with that.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. And this is the other thing too. Is like people are like, I run these streets. Oh, that makes you a badass, bro. Real gangsters aren't trying to stay in the streets. They're trying to get up. They're trying to get out. So I mean, take that with a grain of salt. But I guess live your fantasy, gangbanger. Right. So
yeah, but unfortunately, that goes more towards the porn version of the name, and then the
gangbanger. Well, with their fucking pants hanging down to their ass,
right?
Waiting for that gangbang. Anyways, so cautionary tale, like I said. So these gentlemen were in a kind of not even a scuffle. It was a very stupid tiff. And this younger guy was up in this older gentleman's face, this older black gentleman, and he's a good guy. He's been in there several times. He comes in maybe once a month, drinks a little bit, tips well. He's always wonderful, and never a problem. Not a single fucking time. And this younger kid is in his face, challenging him, calling him a bitch, all this shit. And this older gentleman's kind of looking around like, who in the fuck is this kid? Like, what the hell is going on? So I kind of like just worm my way between them, kind of put a wedge between them with my hands, and then I kind of start pushing back. And the younger kid is trying to push up against my left side, and I'm like, okay, young buck, fuck, keep pushing. I look at the older gentleman, super respectful, and I was like, hey, listen, please back off and let me do my job. And he looked at me and he goes, all right. And he did. He just backed right up. No, he didn't let his pride fucking start some shit. And I was like, great, man, I appreciate that. So he was cool. The other kid tries to push up against me, and I don't really push him back. I just kind of move my arm and just gently separate
create
him
some space.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I do that, he goes running off to another guy. This is the gentleman in a big black puff coat, right? And he starts popping off at the mouth of this dude. And this dude in the puff coat had nothing to do with it. He was like looking at him. He's like, what's up, bro? He's like, what's up? What are you doing? And he's saying, he's like, what's up, man? And also this kid's like, yo, what's up, bro? What you gonna do? He's like, do something. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I get between him and the puff coat. And I'm like, dude, back up. Like, you need to back up. You need to go to the front. Just get out of the bar. Go. And I tell the dude in the puff coat, I'm like, listen, bro. I was like, hey, look at me. Don't look at him. I'm between you. Look at me. And so he turns and looks at me. I was like, back up for me. I will handle this clown. Yes, you can whoop his ass. We all know you can whoop his ass. It's not even a question of how bad you can whoop his ass. Just back up for me. And he looks at me and he goes, right on, bro. He's like, respect. And he backed up. And I'm like, sweet. Like, I don't have to deal with the other two guys. I just have to deal with ass clown Magoo. So I get him isolated to the bar. And about this fucking point in time, his brother comes running through the fucking bar and tries to get in the middle of it. I've got this dude like semi-calm. Like, he's not moving. He's just talking. He's looking at me. He's addressing me. And his brother comes over there and starts yelling at him and gets him all fucking fired up. And so the dude breaks loose of his brother and starts kind of running, and he tries to grab a hold of me. And so I take my right hand, and at this point, I'm pissed off because the brother got involved. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, let me do my job. And so I just put my palm right in the center of this dude's chest, and I stiff-armed the fuck out of him. Up. So he went flying backwards into the bar stools at the front of the bar and fell over the bar stools, hit his head on the bar, hit his head on the bar stools, hit the floor like a sack of fucking bricks, just bang! The whole bar's like, holy shit!
How drunk was he to lose that much balance?
When he hit those chairs, he was done.
Clearly.
I'm a grown ass man, sober, would have fallen over those chairs. It was not a gentle shove. That dude got some air.
Fair enough.
So when he hit, he fell. Well, apparently, cautionary tale, folks, be careful, because it's not always a punch that knocks you out. He laid there for about 3 or 4 seconds. His brother's screaming at him and trying to pick him up to his feet. And during this period of time, all the rest of the bouncers have gotten over there, and they're trying to, the rest of security, I don't like to call them bouncers, but the rest of security gets over there, and they're trying to hem this dude up, and all they see is the brother getting in my face and yelling at his brother, and so they're trying to hem him up, and I'm like, well, you're a dummy for getting involved, this is what happens now, dude. So, dude that laid down on the floor that I threw into the bar stools, kind of gets up to his feet, grabs the bar, and he's jelly-legged. He's wobbling. His eyes are glazed over. I'm like, oh, shit, I think I knocked him out. and the bouncer's grabbing a hold of him, because if he doesn't, he's going to fall again. Right. So he's got a hold of him. The brother tries to grab the other security guy. And I'm like, motherfucker. And so I grab that dude, and I pull him back. At this point, he turns around and tries to shove me. He's like, get the fuck off me, bitch. And he tries to shove me. When he does, he completely misses, and I have a nice little beauty mark across my ribs where this little bitch never cut his fucking nails. So just scrapes across my fucking rib cage. And I'm like, and at this point, I'm like, all right, you have crossed my line. I'm fucking done with you. And put both my hands under the center of his chest and just lifted him up and threw him into his brother. He falls into the bar. He manages to not fall all the way down, but he wipes out about 3 more bar stools. And he turns around as the bouncer grabs a hold of him, tries to put him in a choke. He slips the choke and then turns around and tries to grab the other security guy. So at this point, I half chicken wing him on his left, and I grab a hold of his hoodie that he's got hanging off his head, and I wrap my hand around his hoodie, and I yank back and start choking him with his own fucking clothes. I'm like, you're either going to cooperate or you're going to fucking pass out.
Be smart, or don't wear clothes that can hurt you.
Right. Well, the thing about it is, we are, this is your cautionary tale, folks. We don't have to punch you. We don't have to kick your ass. The only thing that we have to do is get you out of the bar. Now, whether that happens while you're conscious or willingly, the easy way or the hard way, you're going to leave the bar. I promise that will happen.
It's really hot
one
when
way
I
or
slam
another.
them on the ground.
Krista, our research assistant, gets really worked up whenever she sees physical violence. I believe there may be something wrong with her.
No, it's only when security is kicking someone out of the bar. That's when it's hot. It's not like when people are fighting, because that's not.
So
then I just roll my eyes.
Again,
like,
cautionary tale.
Stupid.
Our job is to literally restrain you. And I don't care how fucking big you are, you will be restrained. One way or another, whether I have a hold of the back of your head and grabbing your nappy ass hair and fucking walking you out the door, or I have you by your balls and dick walking you on your tiptoes to the fucking door, you're gonna go. It's gonna happen. If I have to, I'll pick you up like a fucking bowling ball and carry you out the door. I have done it, and it's fucking hilarious. You grab a grown man by his dick and balls, you have his attention. I promise.
Wherever you want him to.
He sure will.
Luckily,
you give
most
a little,
of the girls you can just
especially
pick up
when they cock their
and
hand
walk
back
out
too. That's the
without
funny one.
carrying
Like, you got to hold their dick and ball. They cock their hand back, and you give it a little twist, and you go, "Don't do it. I'll tear your dick right off." And they're like, They get real cooperative, real fucking fast.
Or if, like, a couple weeks ago, you just tell the female the wrong thing, and she walks out.
Right, you emotionally bounce the dummy. Like, that's another fun one too. Just you get them so fucking worked up that they just leave on their own accord.
I had a couple girls save me this weekend. One of them, her nephew was there for his 21st birthday. He was trash. I couldn't understand a lick of shit of what he was saying. And she was like, "That's my nephew. He's pretty young." I'm like, "That's okay. I'm not interested." And she's like, "I didn't think you were." So she just kind of corralled him this way, and I kind of just escapade that way.
Escape.
That's funny. It's spelled just like escape.
It is weird. So yeah, cautionary tale, folks. When you go to the bar, don't try to fight. Period. You shouldn't be fighting anyway. You're there to have a good time, supposedly. Like, if you're going to the club to establish your dominance, you've already lost. Like, that's the wrong fucking club. Now, I get there's clubs in Anderson that are... You can get away with that more. You know, their security is just like one guy and two guys maybe, and they're not really gonna get involved too much. And when they do, it's usually not a matter of talking to a guy. They usually just spear somebody and they throw them to the floor. Like, I'm serious. Like, they don't really talk. Like, we're the rational security team in Anderson.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's fucking scary. We're the rational ones. But yeah, no, then I got pulled off to the side. This is the best part. Like, I get pulled off to the side and I get asked if I punched the guy. Well, because all they saw was my hand come up and this kid in the white shirt go flying into the bar stools, and they're like, "Did you swing on him?" And in my brain, there's a couple of things I'm thinking. Number one, if I swung on him, he wouldn't have been talking when he got up. Number two, if I swung on him, that was the world's most devastating punch in the history of ever. Because that dude sailed a good 5 feet and then fell.
Well, that was a devastating push.
One of them Kamehameha punches. Just, pow! That's a Mortal Kombat uppercut, dude.
Wait, was this the same guy that was like, I'm from Mississippi, I'm just passing through?
No, fuck no.
So he wouldn't have gotten back up.
We're going to tell that story here in a minute, too.
Oh,
that dumb fucking idiot. So, yeah, a couple minutes. We're going to take a break. We'll come back to story time here in a minute. But, yeah, there's things that you don't do. And number one, don't fight, man. You're a grown-ass
You don't
adult.
measure your dick at the bar.
Don't measure your dick at the bar. If you need to fucking measure your dick, I'm telling you, most of the time you're going to find some of these. Find a fight club. Get in the fucking ring. Get in the ring. Like, why? There are literally places you can go that they have sanctioned fights. You can get paid to be a badass.
Right, but do they do that in Anderson?
Yeah. No, they do. They have several. They have several.
They used to have the Power Club, but I don't think that they.
No, they still have. There's two of them. There's a boxing gym that they still have, and then there's another one that does MMA shit. But he helps organize some of the. Like the octagon fights, the MMA fights.
Right.
He helps to organize those. And they have them at the Armory every once in a great while, but most of the time they're up in like Kokomo, or they have a couple up in Fort Wayne. They've done one in, I think, Elwood not too long ago. So he does help them schedule. But that's what I'm saying is, like, you think you're that fucking badass, man. Go to one of these gyms. Take the dude you got a problem. Like, hey, bro, listen, I got beef with you. You got a beef with me, dude. Let's solve it. Let's make something cool out of this and make some fucking money. Why wouldn't you do that? Oh, I'm going to show you on the street? Why? So you can get arrested and lose everything you fucking have? That's dumb.
Or do the same thing in a bar.
Right. So, yeah, just use your fucking head and don't fight security.
But most people only get into fights at places that they know it will be stopped.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's 100% reality, too. They are all badass and ready to fucking rock and roll.
When there's plenty of people there to stop them.
Correct. And that's something that's always kind of made me laugh. So, all right, we're going to take a break here in just a couple minutes. While we're doing that, again, I would love for you guys to check out our Patreon. Okay, if you like what we talk about, you want to support us outside of listening to the show in a monetary way, then you can do so by going to patreon.com/GP Network. And by doing that, you can help us pay our bills so that we
can stay on air.
And that we also don't have to take these fucking breaks every half an hour. It's fucking annoying. So, yeah. So check them out. You can come over anytime you want.
Or we have to do crazy bets to raise money.
Right, yeah, we had to do crazy bets to raise money. Like shaving Yetis.
Tasing your balls.
Tasing my balls. And by the way, for $1,000, we will tase my balls. So there you go.
See, he said balls. My original thing was just tase him in the taint.
He wanted to tase my taint. And, I mean, taint, balls, whatever. There's a fucking poll online right now on Sunday Night Madness. If you go to Sunday Night Madness on the Facebook page. You go to facebook.com/Sunday Night Madness. There's actually a poll where you can decide where I actually get tased. And I'm willing to accept the results of that poll. But I'm also willing to create 500 accounts to not get tased in testicles or taint. So keep that in mind. All right, folks, we're going to take our break. We will be right back here on Sunday Night Madness.
Shall we begin?
All righty. We are back here on Sunday Night Madness. And real quick, want to apologize to everybody for accidentally being late for the 19th time.
That's just because you're part of the show.
Yeah, it's Crazy Chris, and Crazy Chris's schedule is crazy. So
That was that.
that's a Yingling burp. Thank you. That was disgusting, and I appreciate it. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so we wanted to wish everybody out there we want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day, even though in this particular area it is dreary and shitty and rainy and cold and it's not fucking May weather. Ha, 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 ha. It's crappy. So, yeah. But
I disagree.
happy Mother's Day anyway. Yeah, we know you disagree because you have a fucking demon mouth. And you run ridiculously. No, you run ridiculously hot. So unless it's 30 degrees outside, you're like, it's too fucking hot outside.
He's not wrong.
You're like a fucking old woman in a goddamn nursing home. You're tasting your soup that's 160 degrees, and you're like, it's too fucking cold. Send it back. Comes back at 161 degrees. It's too fucking hot.
You're the exact opposite of my wife. My wife is like, it's too cold.
Well, most normal people think it's too cold.
Right. Oh, she's what's funny, I call her
Eskimo.
Yes. What's funny is I call her Demon Mouth because she can literally grab something out of the fryer with her bare hands
No,
and
my fingers
stick it in her mouth with the hot grease still on it. She's like, "Oh, I don't think these are done yet."
No, or I'll be like, it's perfect. But I can't use my fingers because my fingers are way more sensitive than my mouth.
No, she reaches in with her bare hands. Don't let her fucking lie to you. It's a little unnerving. She just stares you right in the fucking eyes and reaches her hand into the fryer and pulls up a fucking cheese stick and she's like, this is no.
Well, he's
still
like,
too
those
cold.
just came out of the fryer. You're going to want to wait a minute before you eat them. And I'm like, okay, count to 30.
No,
they're
it's fine.
perfect.
Whereas most people, now I did get her on, we have
Like fifth degree burns of the mouth.
no, seriously, I'm convinced there's no actual skin in there
No nerve in it.
and all the nerves are dead. Yeah, for a couple of reasons. No, nobody? Okay.
That's actually on the card if you'd
Yeah, we got the.
Where's the badumps?
We got the Greg
Page
Hahn
one.
rim shot.
page one.
It's back
Page
on the
one.
first page.
Don't mind Chris. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I'm new at this. I'm learning.
It's in the blue.
It's like
Third one down.
Asshole. Greg Hahn rim shot.
Yep.
Yeah! I finded it. It was like 25 minutes too late, but I don't care. It was there, and I found it.
That's right.
All that matters. So, yes, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And, yeah. But I did get Krista on on our, we have a little thing at the bar we cook called broccoli bites, and they're so fucking good.
Oh, they really are.
They're breaded broccoli covered in fucking cheddar cheese.
And there's a little bit of bacon in there.
There's like a tiny bit of bacon in there. And so you eat, it's fucking crack. But we can't keep them stocked because the employees keep eating them.
It's mostly the employees that eat them.
It really is. Now
We
do
don't
have,
let the customers find out how good
yeah,
they are.
we like
Not
people
that
are
I
like,
work
let me get
there
some
or
broccoli.
anything,
Like
but-
somebody's like, let me get some broccoli bites. Oh no, you want mushrooms? You don't want broccoli bites.
Those are terrible.
Yeah. So she one day I got pulled them out and I was like, listen to me carefully, demon mouth. That is fucking molten lava inside of that thing right now. Don't eat it. And she's like, oh, you mean it's perfect? And I was like, no, I'm serious. This is worse than a fucking Hot Pocket where it's just don't. And she was like, no,
but
it's
I eat
fine.
Hot Pockets
And
fresh
she
out of the
bit
microwave.
into it. She got about 3/4 of the way into this bite. And she was like, oh no, that's hot.
But the fried mushrooms are hotter because there's like boiling juice inside of those.
Yeah, like when you bite into the fried mushrooms, like you have to let those sit for like 4 or 5 minutes. And if you don't, you'll literally bite into it, and the grease that's in the mushroom, the moisture, it's literally superheated. So it's like 180 degrees. You bite into it, it's like, you're like,
steam comes pouring out.
Oh, yeah.
I also tried those broccoli bites fresh out of the fryer, too.
Yeah, I know. I tried.
He told me to wait, and I didn't.
She was like, "Nah, I'm fine." Okay, that's hot, I guess.
I was like, "Oh, it burned my tongue a little."
Oh my god, it burned my tongue.
He just stares at me.
I did. I was just like, "Yeah, okay."
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
She's one of those people. You put the warning label on something, and she's like, "Whatever." Caution: do not stick this in your eye. Fucking tell me how to live my life. Warning label.
I'm perfectly fine.
You're not the boss of me.
You're not the boss of me. I'm not sure why I can't see right now. Fucking, I can't read the warning label. Fuck! All right, maybe if I put it in my other eye. Right? It's the opposite reaction. So I stick it in this other eye will be fine. Was that Newton's third law, or is that the theory of relativity? That's theory of relativity, right? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction?
No, that's Newton's third law.
Is that Newton's third law?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, momentum. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember if that was
Sunday.
real.
I don't do school things on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, don't do school on Sundays. What about Sunday school?
Well, I don't do Sunday school.
That's be
I
really
never
gross
have.
if you fucking did. Perv. What, you are Catholic though, so.
See, this is why we need one for each of us. We have a cart wall around. That way we need to be like, yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
So yes, so the broccoli bites are like the molten hot pockets.
Hot Pockets.
There we go.
Chris has found all the sound
I
effects.
found all the sound effects. You guys are in trouble now. Yeah, so anyways, happy Mother's Day. Whatever religion you find yourself in, or wherever you may find yourself on this beautiful, blustery, cold, miserable, fucking dreary day. Yeah, I know. It
It's
de-escalated.
more like a March day, not a May day.
It really is. Mayday. Meh. But yeah, seriously, guys, thank you so very much. I know my mom doesn't listen to the show because the last thing in the world that she wants to hear me do is dick and fart jokes.
Right.
Cursing.
And cursing in general. So, but regardless, I still want to wish my mother a very happy Mother's Day. And Krista, happy Fur Mommy Day to you too. Yeah, so thank you guys for being
I have the
awesome.
cutest fur babies ever.
You do have the cutest fur babies ever. But my babies are better. So, and happy Mother's
Yours
Day.
aren't furry. Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, that's what I said yet.
There's a lot of hair on those heads. Anyways, they seriously, they're
Not my ex-husband, who is actually probably a Yeti.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I saw pictures of this dude.
He's a hairy
That
motherfucker.
He's seriously, he's comparable.
He's full on the back, full on the chest. He's got very full, like he's got full hair everywhere except for where he's starting to.
He's got the
recede.
full sweater, not the sweater vest.
He's got the
Correct.
full sweater.
Like he belongs. Like seriously,
It's a
like
long
you've seen
sleeve
those.
sweater.
You've seen those fucking
It's
jokes
not a sweater
about
vest.
like the bears and the gay clubs, right?
Yeah.
No, that's him. Like, just hey, you looking for a bear?
No.
No. You sure? No. I'll say whatever you want. Just go away.
Save me.
Oh, come here. I'll save you.
No, not you.
I need an adult. I'm an adult. I need an adult. You're an adult.
I need a different adult.
So, yeah. Just crazy fucking weather. Ridiculous fucking people. And I honestly feel like the weather is actually affecting humans in like some bizarre way that they're acting
Like full
ridiculous. Almost like a full moon, but it's like because Mother Nature is clearly all God's honest truth. If you really think about it for a minute, Mother Earth is bipolar.
At least in Indiana.
I'll wait for it. Mother Earth is bipolar. because there's a North Pole and a South Pole.
Throwing some science in there.
Yeah, science. I mean, that's basically all I know. But no, seriously, the weather has been pretty up and fucking down, and it's been ridiculous. Last week, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? It was like fucking 80 degrees out.
Right, you're out in shorts.
Way too fucking hot out. That's what it was.
Oh, shut the hell up. God damn it. And then today, I think the high was 53, 54.
If it even got that high.
Even if
This is actually, aside from the rain, this is actually good camping weather. Wake up and it's like 50 degrees, you make a hot breakfast, start the fire. Yeah, good camping.
No, my camping weather is just a fucking 60 across the board. It never fluctuates. The temperature never goes up, never goes down. It's just
If it's
perfect
more
60.
than 60 at night, then you definitely shouldn't be camping. It's way too fucking
cool
hot.
enough for a campfire.
Right. Yeah, it's cold. It's cool enough at night. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it dropping to like 55. So you get a campfire going, and it's just perfect because it raises the temperature to like 65 degrees. That's perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Just shitty fucking weather. I'm just tired of it. I'm just ready for it to go away. The song, by the way, that was playing right before the break right after the break. Excuse me, right before we came back from break. I'll get it. I swear. Was "In Hell I'll Be in Good Company" by the Dead South, which I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Dead South.
No.
They're great fucking like bluesy, bluegrass type band. They're fucking. I love them. They're fantastic. I actually got into the Dead South by accident. I fell into and I stumbled into a YouTube hole, which I was listening to music and I was kind of like pushing the envelope of like some of the fucking crazy music that's out there and all the different things. And so I was looking up like dark rock and fucking goth rock and opera rock and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? Let's look up fucking goth country. Let's look up fucking like rock country, like all kinds of just crazy shit. Like let's find some, because I enjoy country music to a degree. I fucking hate pop country. Cannot stand pop country. It's not country music to me.
Right.
Like, give me some Waylon. Give me some Hank. Give me something that's got some great stuff. Some Old Willie's fucking good. But the new pop shit that they have, and I mean, like, there's Brantley Gilbert, who I like because he's more like rock blues country, which I enjoy. Kenny Wayne Shepherd isn't really country, but he's blues. He's blues rock, and I love that shit.
Right.
Anything that's got some soul to it, some fucking kick, I love it. That's why I like the Dead South. But I fell into this hole, and I discovered this series that these gentlemen do, and there's about 10 of them, and it's called Dark Country. And it's literally what it's called. The album itself is called Dark Country Volume 1, 2, 3. They're all the way up to 5 now. And I've listened to these songs, and they're fucking really good. And I was like, so these are actually pretty kick-ass. And like some of them are real like operatic. Some of them are like classic blues, rock country. Some of them are just straight fucking country, but like with a dark edge to it. Like, like singing a country song about murder, like literally
where everybody dies,
right? Like everybody dies, and like the devil chasing them down and shit like that, and like just like think about like a spaghetti western, and these songs would be perfect.
Okay, so it's like goth.
Yeah,
country.
it is like goth country is basically what it fucking boils down to, but it's really fucking good. They do a good job on this. That's actually how I found Gangsta Grass. It's a whole fucking movement of rap that is bluegrass rap, and it is fucking fun, and it is good shit. And I was like, this is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like this motherfucker rapping to a banjo is gotta be the best shit ever done. Like I initially I was very skeptical when I saw. I was like, Gangsta Grass? Are y'all fucking kidding me right now? All right, fuck it, I'll hit play. Hit play, and I was like, that's cool. It's a fucking sweet little banjo lick right there. And then the fucking bass hits, and you're like, bro, this is pretty fucking awesome. And then they fucking start rapping. I'm like, he's rapping to a banjo. There's no snare. He's just rapping to the banjo. And I'm like, this is fucking perfect. But yeah, that's, of course, like I said, that's how I found the Dead South. And I just stumbled into that hole, and they just kind of came up as like recommended because I was listening to Dark Country. So they did Dead South.
If you like this.
Yeah, if you like this, you can look at this. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll look at this. But yeah, I found some weird Swedish fucking metal bands, and
oh yeah,
And their fucking band name looks like a pile of fucking brushwood. Like, you can't tell what it says. It just looks like brushwood thrown up against a wall, and you're like, I don't.
Yeah, lots of V's and E's. And
yeah. Fokushita Takafugada.
J's.
Jing. Like, what the fuck? Goddamn name of the band. And I'm like, yeah, I found some cool Swedish rock bands. They're like what? I'm like,
I can't pronounce it.
I can't pronounce their names. I don't know. Vordelving. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I love Vordelving. Yeah.
Have you seen the commercial? I think it was for like a Swedish rock band or Scandinavian country, but it was for selling cough drops. And it shows a metal band and they're playing, and the guy's singing, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." And then they take a break, and he's like coughing, so he takes a cough drop, and then he comes back, he's singing real high. Everybody just looked like, what the fuck happened
is going on? That's great. No, I haven't seen that commercial. I imagine it's fucking hilarious. Sounds funny. Like, that's some shit that I would probably, be like, oh, no, that's really funny. It's a cough drop. I can't scream anymore. No more gravelly voice, bitch. Trying to, God damn it, I can't think. My brain just went, and now I'm sitting in La La Land. Fuck it. Anyways, yeah. So you don't do dumb shit at the bar. All right,
that's why I hate going to bars anymore, because there's always somebody who's got to ruin it for everybody else.
100% of the time. Just 100% of the time. The Goon Squad came after fucking Krista. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. She's at the bar hanging out, and these fucking dipshits. There's one in particular was like grabbing on her, and he was
trying to. I was going out to the parking lot to go to the car, and he was like trying to guide me away from the bar.
Yeah.
And luckily, he turned me, and Chris happened to be walking by, and I just kind of gave him this look like,
Bro!
I mean, y'all can't see the look, but...
And so I came out there. I told her the boss was looking for her.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Terry's looking for you. I'm like, okay. I knew he was lying. At least I figured he was.
Yeah, I was full shit. Like,
Because I'm like, okay.
She doesn't fucking work there. He doesn't care.
No, I don't.
He doesn't care.
But then security's awesome. They're like a bunch of brothers to me, except for this one. And they all knew who to look for. And they were all keeping an eye on him the rest of the night. Because he probably wasn't being just creepy to me.
No, he wasn't.
What's hilarious is the first time I ran into him was inside the bar. And I told him I was dating one of the security guys. And he took a step away from me. He was he was just like, hey, whatever. And he's like, you shouldn't be single. And I'm like, oh, I'm not. I'm dating one of the security guys. And he was like, oh, that's cool.
Backed up.
He totally backed up. It was hilarious. But then later he didn't seem to care that I was dating a security guy.
Oh, he was super, super. Like, after you walked back, I forgot to tell you. So after I got you kind of out of that situation, I was still standing out there because I was going to see if he was going to follow you. And I was going to be like, hey, bro, why don't you just chill out here?
Well, I ended up getting escorted to the car to make sure he wasn't like out there.
Right. So I told this, the guy looks at me and he's going, man, he's like, oh, no problem. So I was like, no problem. I'm not jealous. I'm not going to fight you over it. And he looks at me and he's going, man, he's like, I know, I know dudes, they get mad about that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because they're children. And he was like, he's good. I don't want no problems. And I was like, well, then don't cause any. And he goes, all right, yeah, that's cool. But thanks for being cool, bro. And I'm like, you're fine, bud. Go inside, have fun. Go on. Go on. Shoo. And then the guy he was with,
creepy.
The guy he was with was like, he's like, come on, bro. He's like, we're going to go pay our tab and get out of here. That was like at 1 o'clock. They didn't leave till 3, like quarter after 3.
God. I was all excited. I went back inside thinking that they had left. And then Chris was just like, no, he didn't leave. He's right behind you. And I'm like, oh, shit.
He didn't see her. Like, he wasn't like creepy. He wasn't following her. He just happened to be at the corner of the bar. And she walked right by him. And she was like, did he leave? And I'm like, he's literally right behind you. She turned around. She's like, oh, God damn it.
And then I went to the kitchen and hid her a little bit.
So message for the ladies out there. If you are ever being like creepy stalkered or anything like that, anybody creeping on you or anything like that, fucking come to the security. Don't try to handle it. I mean, honestly, handle it yourself if you can. Tell the dude back the fuck up, whatever you got to do. If he's not getting the message, fucking come see us. Now, we can't necessarily act on word of mouth. We can't do that. once you tell us, we can start watching, and if it continues to happen at that point, we can do something about it. We can't, unfortunately, go by word of mouth. But we will believe you if you say that's happening. So if you come to us and say this is happening, we will believe you. We will start keeping an eye out. We will give you some instructions, ways you can stay away from them, different things that you can do to protect yourself,
and then
whatever.
Be a dumbass and hang out right next to them.
Yeah, and then like I said, I told the story a month and a half ago about the idiots that were concerned because this guy was, quote, grabbing their ass
and stalking
end
them.
Quote, and stopping them and harassing them, or stalking them and harassing them, and blah 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 blah. And then when I told them where to go and where to hang out and not to worry about it, that we would be watching, they did the exact fucking opposite. And as a result of that dude,
bitches.
yeah,
well, you just wanted them to get raped.
Yeah, because I'm fucking white. It's literally what one of them fucking said to me.
Blonde
This is
ass,
the dumbest
pale, white
fucking
girl.
shit.
She's like, you and your white privilege.
Yeah. She's like, I understand your attitude. You're white. I'm like, oh my God. Bitch, you don't know a fucking thing about me. Welcome to the fucking 21st century, where apparently if you are online, you know everything about everybody, and everybody that you disagree with is fucking Hitler. So,
Well, of course. Didn't you know you're Hitler?
Apparently.
A lot of internet badasses out there.
Oh yeah, keyboard warriors, those are my favorites. Now, I will say that there's been a lot of times I've turned the keyboard sideways and went for the kill shot. Not gonna lie,
It's
absolutely
hilarious
did it
when he does it. It's also hilarious to troll people with him.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you need to get on this post, and he'll totally get on there with me, and we'll just give this one person that's being a complete douche like the world's hardest time. It's wonderful.
I usually troll for, if they keep responding, I'll troll them for like a good, I don't know, 25, 30. Like I have shit to do. Like I'm not going to be online all day. I'll troll them for like a good 25, 30 minutes sometimes if I got nothing better to do. But before I leave the whatever, the comment section or whatever it is, I just unfucking load. Full blown, no mercy, savage ass whooping of verbiage. Just a savage verbal ass whooping. And most of the time they back up. They don't say much else after that. There's been a couple of fucking, quote, college grads that have tried to talk shit.
They go online and look up big words so they sound smart.
Right. And then I
I
just proceed to take my big dick bibliography and my superior fucking lubricated lexicon and slip it up into their fucking rectum and give them the high hard one and show them that your goddamn degree don't mean dick right now.
Because your literal dick is
just smack them around with it, and it's funny. A friend of mine was like, he's like, insult somebody without using any swear words or any blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, not a problem. I got you, bro.
I might say the F word every other word, but
I do.
But I can absolutely control that and whoop your ass.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I can control whether or not I say the fuck word. I can. Absolutely. Do I like to? No. The where I came up, fuck was common verbiage. It's common parlance for me to use that word.
Well, you didn't learn it from your mom.
No, I didn't learn it from my mom. But unfortunately, my mom couldn't control my wild ass when I left the house. She tried, and I give my mom all the credit in the world. She did everything she could to make sure that I didn't turn out to be Crazy Chris. But here we are. All right, real quick, we're going to take one more break before we go. And while we're on this break, if you have enjoyed this show, want to support us in a monetary way, then you can feel free to do that by going to patreon.com/GP Network, donating at the $2 level, the $5 level, the $10 level. As an added bonus, once you donate to those levels, $2 gets you access to the in-studio camera, $5 gets you discounts on merchandise, and the $10 level gets you shouted out on the show. If you're local, we can bring you on. And on top of that, gives you access to the exclusive Q&A boards so that when we have guests, you can ask them questions and we will respond live on air. Now, the $2 level is just, like what I say, fucking buy me a beer. $5 level is buy me a shot, and everybody $10 level is White Girl Wasted! So if you want to get us fucked up, you guys know where to go. Patreon.com/GP Network. We will be right back here on Sunday Night Madness.
Shall we begin?
Alrighty, everybody. We are back on Sunday Night Madness. We thank you all for joining us.
The silly stuff that we talk about during the break.
Yeah, during the break. Like, why can't we have that kind of fucking rapport during the damn show? You guys are assholes. We're talking about C-Lab 2020 and...
C-Lab 2021.
2021, that's right. 2020 is the classic. Eric Estrada. But Krista, our lovely research assistant, found some fucking hilarious-ass news that we're going to share with y'all. So we wanted to get that out for everybody. Krista, whenever you're ready, you just go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so this woman, hang on, I didn't figure out where she... Oh, New York. It was in New York. This woman apparently was trying to kill her boyfriend, and she was not succeeding. She called 911 looking for help. Not even joking. She called 911 looking for help to kill her boyfriend.
On how to kill
Apparently,
her brother.
she used VCR. She was smacking him with a VCR, and then she was smacking him with a leaf blower.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And she was not successful. Now, I don't know how old she was, but the guy, there was a 76-year-old man. Oh, she was 54.
Well,
76-year-old
that
man.
would explain the VCR.
Right?
I bet it wasn't programmed either.
Flashing 12.
Look, it went to 12:01 after the 13th hit.
It was Tonawanda, New York. She was intoxicated and ranting, raving, and swearing when officers showed up to her home Saturday, where she admitted to hitting the man with, it was a VCR tape, not a VCR. A VCR tape several times. And she also witnessed her swinging a leaf blower at him when they showed up in a threatening manner. So yeah, she ended up getting arrested, obviously. And I don't really know.
All I wanted was a blowjob.
Oh, here we go. She's now charged with possession of a weapon and endangering the welfare of an elderly person.
See, now
That's what happens when you have a boyfriend that's 22 years older than you, I guess.
Fucking apparently. All right, so...
okay, that makes more sense that she was using the tape. I was going to say, if you had the old school VCRs...
Well, they probably did if they had the tape.
That would have
fucking Betamax.
Yeah, that would have killed him in one shot.
Right.
I hit him with a laser disc.
I don't understand these new kids with their fangled rap music.
How about some beta, bitch?
You always calling me the beta. I'm going to smash the fuck out of you with one. So, crazy-ass redneck bitch gets angry, calls 911 with assistance for murdering her boyfriend. Perfect.
Well, no, she was trying, and she was not succeeding. She wanted help with murdering her boyfriend.
Jesus.
Well, then there was this other guy. I can't find the story on it now.
We can't even fucking say damn millennials about that like this.
Right?
What's a VCR?
And it's not a Florida person. Like, it's not even a Florida person. It's a
Florida.
fucking New York person.
Well,
damn liberals.
They're just as bad. That's like Florida, only up north.
Actually, that's fucking very accurate. New York is basically Florida, just north.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because when they get to a certain age, it's mandatory that they move to Florida.
That's true.
That's fucking fair. I'm okay with that.
God's waiting room.
God's waiting room.
And when they
we'll call you when we're ready.
and to hurry up the line, they throw a hurricane now and then.
Right.
All right, waiting room's full. We got
waiting room's full. We gotta clean it out.
Instead, they send a hurricane.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Is like, I remember when those hurricanes came through, and the shithole fucking Dick Weaselin Baptist Church, Westboro. That's the motherfuckers. Yeah, the Westboro Baptist. By the way, those aren't in any way, shape, or form Christians, and so if you use those as representatives of Christianity, you're doing it wrong. But anyways,
doing everything wrong.
You're doing fucking everything wrong, like the exact opposite of Christians. But they were like, that's why those hurricanes go down there, is to kill all them gays. So, is that how that works? Is that why hurricanes come up the East Coast too? Is that, or maybe
the gays are only on the East Coast,
right? The gays are only on the East Coast, in Florida specifically,
and in the Gulf of Mexico,
right? Just right there, especially in Texas, where that's just rampant down there. When they get hit with hurricanes, that's just rampant homosexuality. But it's it's like the dumbest shit comes out of these fucking people's mouths. And
I mean, they are from Tennessee. I mean,
by By the way, Tennessee, a fucking state that could never decide whether it was a Confederate or a fucking Union state. It's my favorite.
No, that was Kentucky.
Oh, no. Tennessee, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, all of them, those are fucking Union states. That's why the Mason-Dixon line, that's why that was a big fucking deal. And I have to tell my friend who's from Tennessee, because he's got the Confederate flag, and just as a fucking reminder, the Confederate flag is not a symbol of racism.
Oh, but it is.
It was readopted as a symbol of rebellion. That's all it fucking means now.
What? You can't
Now
change
there
things
are
like this doesn't mean
there
okay
are
anymore.
there are fucking 85 and 90-year-old dudes that are a part of the fucking KKK that fly the rebel flag. That's legitimate, okay? But that's like the same thing as me saying, "Oh,
thought it was
I'm
the
a
redneck country
pedophile,
flag.
but I fly the gay flag." Yeah, y'all don't fucking like that shit, do you? No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. Just because somebody flies it doesn't mean it changes the symbol any fucking way.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, fucking. And then the OK symbol translated into white power. And
Yeah.
that was one I actually engaged in a political debate on Facebook, because I generally don't. And I put my fucking foot down. And I was like, no.
Said something like, "Are you fucking retarded?"
And I did too. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I have never heard that until a year ago.
Right.
I've never heard it. This is like the first. Like, to me, that means if you look at it, I get to punch you.
Well, it's because
It's the asshole. Well, if it's upside down, it's the asshole symbol. This is literally, this right here, what I am doing is the sign language for asshole. And that's why it's called the asshole game. It's literally why it's called that. Because you're looking at an asshole. Ta-da! But yeah, holding up the OK symbol like this is apparently, it means white power, because it's a W. And then that's a P.
Right.
That's white power. No. No,
Oh,
the fuck it's
don't
not.
forget the guy that was itching the side of his head in a
Oh my
middle
God,
of a news
yeah.
story. The middle of a news story, this guy's like on this film, and he's like itching the side of his head like this. And so, of course, it happens to be making that symbol while he's doing it. And of course, he was calling out to his
white power brothers.
yeah, his white
power.
power friends, and trying to force racism on everybody. And oh god, it was so stupid.
Or the guy at the Cubs game who's been banned from Wrigley Field for life because they were doing a video shot with one of the announcers. And he was in the background and he was holding it up to his legs.
Got him. He got everybody.
And so now they banned him because he was making the white power symbol.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
is that what they said he was doing?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh,
It's-
my
It's
God.
been all over Facebook for about the last week or so.
Jesus.
I like
It's
to avoid
upside
Facebook
down.
sometimes.
How is a fucking M equal a W?
Well, it doesn't matter.
You're
Man
just trying
penis.
to. You're trying to
It's man
get
penis.
it past people
Man penis.
so that they don't know. You're disguising it. Oh god, people are stupid.
Phrasing!
I love that show.
I mean, that would really fit, but I don't care. I wanted to hit a button.
Like, literally, every time that I hear silly stuff like that, like, well, that means that only in retarded ass people like you, like
you.
I turn around and I go like, thank you, we are now dumber for having listened to the rot that has. So that whole clip, I will actually
style.
play that clip on their whatever. Like,
Every person
Was
in
that
this
from
room is
old?
dumber
Was that from
for
old
having heard
old
that.
school?
No,
Billy
Billy
Madison.
Billy Madison.
Billy
during their
Madison,
little
yeah.
trivia thing.
Yeah, he's like, that
We
had
are
nothing
all
to do
dumber
with the fucking. We're
for
all
being-
dumber for having listened to you. No, this is a perfect fucking thing. Every time I hear somebody say something fucking stupid, this is what goes through my brain.
Hold it, what the hell is that shit?
Right there. I'm like,
What's the matter with you?
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, there you go. You do it.
Cleveland.
What?
There's something wrong with you. No, but yeah, the white power thing was definitely the one that I jumped in because I was honestly done with the amount of asinine.
Mr. Madison, what you
That's
just
right here.
said
Perfect.
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have fucking been fine. No, that's the absolute truth of it. And when I engaged in this, I had been done with the amount of idiotic, asinine, ignorant fucking things that had been coming out of people's mouths. And for one human to look at another human and say, because this group of minorities,
I don't even think that they think that they actually use it to do that.
No, they did. They did. Yeah, they did. 100%.
Okay,
but it's kind of adopted a whole new thing. Like when I was a kid, right? We would do this, and it was a joke that ASS hole. So you're calling someone an asshole when you put it up. It's not the okay symbol. You're calling someone an asshole. When I was like 10.
Right, because they flipped it upside down because for some reason they just couldn't do this to call somebody an asshole because that's what it is. Sign language for asshole. But for any human to look at another human and say, because this group of 200 people out of 320 fucking million, not counting the global population, okay, in which this means okay to literally every fucking body. As a matter of fact, it is a universal symbol that transcends every language, that when you do this, it means okay. So if somebody looks at you and says, it's something in fucking Spanish or Greek or French or German, and you can understand them, but you can't respond, okay. For fuck's sake, the Army uses this symbol for okay.
Well, didn't you know the entire Army's racist?
Well, duh. It's why they're green. Because green is the color of racism. I don't even know if that's a fucking thing, but it is now because I said it. Fucking retarded. Sorry, fucking along. You're really using that word very much, but fucking ignorant ass people. I don't like. I'm trying to literally phase that out because that is. I need to stop saying it. But for somebody to look at me and say, this group of minority people, 200 out of fucking 300 million in the U.S., this fucking one fringe extremist group adopted this symbol to mean white power. Therefore, it now means white power.
To everybody.
It's the most cowardly fucking shit I've ever heard in my life.
They refuse to use it because it's racist. And I'm like, fucking take it back.
Right.
Stand up to them.
Here's
Keep using it and be like, haha, it's not actually what it means, dick.
Perfect example of what it means to take a word back. What it means to take a symbol back. The word gypsy, at some point, ages ago, and I'm talking hundreds of fucking years ago, on the other side of the world, the word gypsy had a negative connotation to it. Gypsy was used to refer to somebody who was part of a nomadic tribe. They were thieves. They were con men. That's what they fucking did. And so gypsy was just a fucking catch-all term.
Right, because when you use it, they're like, no, we're Romy.
Right. So here's a super fucking fun thing.
I mean, that's
Roma.
actually then, yeah.
Roma, but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, it depends on where you're at.
What happened is
we were actually there, and they the plural,
right? Yes, yeah, Roma. So the word started to evolve, and the word began to mean more than a racial slur. And a matter of fact, in order for it to be a racial slur, it has to refer to a specific race of people.
Oh, but
just as a matter of definitive fucking science, this is how words work. Racism, it refers to a race. And gypsy was a fucking catch-all that initially didn't even goddamn refer to them. It referred to Egyptian people. So it has nothing to even fucking do with you. It's not racial. And Egypt isn't a fucking race. It's a fucking national fucking place. You're a nationalist. It's a nationalized word, but it's not a racist word. Shut the fuck up. Learn goddamn definitions. Shit. What? It's not hard to do. Research a fucking word. And hell, the word gypped is even fucking funnier because they're like, oh my god, gypped refers to gypsy. That's blah, 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 blah. No, it originated as part of fucking Egypt because Egyptian fucking immigrants were coming to and they were creating entire goddamn little gangs of thieves. And so they would rip people off and they would call it being gypped by Egyptians. Now, we'll go one fucking better. It also is a Greek word that means fucking vulture. Who were fucking notorious for swooping in and stealing shit. Gypped. You were vultured. Fuck! Do some research! For fuck's sake! I found that on a cursory examination of Google. I used Google to find that in fucking 2 minutes. It did not take me long.
It's all right. I've upset a few people because I said that you're only offended by what you choose to be offended by.
Yes.
And they're like, I'm offended by that.
That offends me. Well, of course it does, because you're a fucking sensitive Sally.
People have, past, and you can't talk about these things because people have a past. Well, we all have pasts.
Yeah.
People say shit all the time that impact memories of my past, but you don't see me getting offended and angry with them because I don't want to live offended and angry life.
But the word fucking evolved. It evolved. People reclaimed it. It began to mean beautiful, free spirit, a fucking wanderer, a nomad, somebody who traveled and lived an exotic life. It was a good word. They took it back and made it something awesome. And then the last 5 years, they're like, no, that's racist. Why? Because you want to be offended? And here's the key. It's about 5 to 10% of the remaining Roma population that is offended by the word. The rest of them embrace it and use it liberally. So it's a fringe element of a minority group that is offended by the word, and now they're trying to popularize the fucking racial context of a word that lost its racism 400 fucking years ago. The word I've seen younger people dropping the N-bomb. White people around younger black children. And no one bats a fucking eye.
Really?
It's all in how
not
you
even
use it.
kidding. Yeah, it's all dependent upon the usage of the word. If it's properly placed, no one bats a fucking eye. The older generation does. The older generation is mad as fuck because they're like, what the fuck did that little white kid just say?
Yeah.
But they're surrounded by a bunch of black kids, and no one bats a fucking eye. They're all just talking and chatting and bullshit. Oh, you my blue, you my blue.
Because
I'm like, the fuck?
I called what's her name? Crazy person in New York. Crazy bitch that got voted in New York. Yeah. I called her a bitch in middle conversation with somebody because I said something and I was like, she's a fucking bitch. And they were like, well, it was something about how I insulted her by calling her a bitch. I'm like, I call myself a fucking bitch.
Oh, yeah, that bitch in New York. By the way, she's a fucking treasure trove.
Oh, my God.
Idiocy.
Oh,
she really is.
There's a lot of
How did she win?
She was the only one running in her district.
No, she actually...
she beat the incumbent.
She had an incumbent.
Did she really?
In the primary, she beat the incumbent. So once she won the primary, she was in because she's Democrat.
I know that's the thing.
But now the Democrat Party is actually saying that they will not back...
they're looking for somebody to run against her.
It will not back anybody who's facing an incumbent in a primary.
Nice.
So that was completely shuts out anybody like AOC ever getting elected again.
She shouldn't have been elected to begin with, in fairness.
Now, didn't she get inaugurated and start signing bills on the next day?
She fucking inaugurated
on the 3rd, and I'll be signing bills on the 4th.
She literally does none of those things.
And don't forget the 3 branches of the government: the presidency, and the Congress, the Congress, and the House.
These are sound bites from her, by the way.
Yeah, they really are. No. Let's not forget the soundbite of her not knowing what a garbage disposal is, and is this economically friendly?
That was 3 days worth of news.
Oh my God.
She is made she's made of crazy.
Go
ahead, Woody.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's a lot of crazy behind those eyes.
And the
fact really are. She's got the crazy eyes.
She does.
She has a degree in economics.
A degree in economics and socio-political studies abroad.
From Brown.
Yeah.
If that means I could be on the dean's list at Brown, apparently.
Right.
If that passes as magna cum laude.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they got that confused. Cum loudly. I think that was the only.
I think maybe she
Magnums
her
come
way
loudly.
College.
Well, the thing that bothers me the most is the whole Valley Girl voice she gets into.
Oh my God! It's
or when she's in front of a group of African Americans. Then she changes her whole thing to start.
Different.
And let's not forget the time that she forgot that the difference between red and blue in politics.
We're going to flip this seat red. Hope you do.
Stafford saying, "Leave my girl alone."
He's in love with her.
I mean,
He doesn't agree with the politics,
Well,
but he wants
you
to
know-
stick it in her butt.
There you go.
listen,
the
this is
crazy
every
ones are really awesome in
this
bed,
is
so
every
maybe it's just a
Democrat.
one-night
Every
thing.
single time that OSC opens her fucking whore mouth, this is literally how they respond.
You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
Unfortunately, that's what she is.
I mean, $50. Just $50.
I don't know. She was a bartender at 20.
Well, now, but she's not a bartender anymore. So her value went up slightly, so she's more like maybe 25.
25, 30, 30, 35. No, and it's not. It's listen. We're not. This is where I want people to fucking understand, especially even on this show. We're not making fun of her for being a fucking woman. We're not making fun of
but you
her
are.
for being Hispanic. I'm not even making fun of her for being a fucking Democrat. I'm not doing. I'm
idiot.
making fun of her because she's a fucking idiot. The end.
We make fun of Beto and
Donald Trump. I make fun of Donald Trump all the fucking time. I do. You know why?
but because you made fun
it's
of a
easy
Democrat?
and funny.
Yeah, but because you made fun of a Democrat, you most definitely voted for Trump, and
Yeah,
you
duh.
are
You
now
are
a
a
nationalist.
racist.
I am a racist.
And a
Fuck me.
homophobe
All right.
and all this other bullshit.
Well, I guess I'm Hitler. I'll go kill myself. Come on. That was a fucking historically accurate, funny joke. Jesus. God, it's like fucking...
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
No. I'm good. Now, this is something funny, though. It's like when somebody says, oh, you're Hitler. Well, you should be happy about that. Why? Well, because I'm going to kill myself in 2 years. Yeah. So, people are fucking dumb and gross and say stupid shit, and they argue about dumb things. And I am convinced that social media is single-handedly responsible for the downfall of
Our civilization.
interpersonal relationships in this country.
Yeah, because
Well, it
everybody's
started
on
with
their
AOL Instant
tablets
Messenger.
and phones.
Yep.
But we
I don't
can
know what
do
you're
AOL
talking
on our
about.
phone.
Yes, everybody's on some kind of electronic device. I think me and Woody, I think, are the only ones that are just engaged. But even technically, I'm on an
engaged.
electronic device right now, too. So, spanning the masses, reaching across the stars. I don't know what the fuck
I
that
have
is.
the Sunday Night Madness page up. On my,
I'm fucking
on
proud
there.
of you right now. I have a headache. I don't know why. Oh, probably because I was talking about people being dumb and even trying to put myself into that type of
Stupid makes
thought
them hurt.
process makes my brain hurt.
Oh, by the way, next Saturday, 82 degrees.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Ha! Take that, demon mouth
Thursday.
bitch.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 73, 75, 82.
I'm completely and totally okay with that.
I'm not.
Why?
Because it's too fucking hot.
No.
And your car doesn't have air conditioning.
No. No, I'm literally going to take off all of my fucking clothing and run through the quad screaming, we're going streaking.
What quad are you going to?
We're going streaking.
And then you're the only one running down the road butt-ass naked?
Well, Ball State does have the North Quad. I mean, that's surrounded completely by buildings. So you can run-
while I whip this out.
Excuse me.
So, yeah.
You know, 5 is my limit for snitching, Gruben.
There's this in Gruben. Oh, please, please, please stay. Everybody in that movie was fucking perfect. Seriously. And who's the older one? Dolores.
Oh, that's right.
Doris.
Leishman?
Cloris Leachman.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't take that movie out of all the stores because it's racist.
Oh, yeah, it's super racist.
Well, no, he said on multiple occasions that he could never make that movie ever again.
No.
Yeah.
Like it would never. Like if you notice, he's not made any movies since.
Yeah.
Like since things got retarded.
Yes.
Well,
every,
Spaceballs was his last movie.
Yeah, I think
well, he
so.
is making Spaceballs too. That is happening.
The Search for More Money.
The search for more money. That is happening. There's a Spaceballs too. That's actually no. Well, was it History?
History of the World Part 1.
Right, but there was never a Part 2, right?
No, that's part of the joke.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was trying to remember. I was like, but did he ever make a Part 2 to that? I don't think he ever did. So
Is that kind of like there's one episode of Venture Brothers. And it's like last week on Venture Brothers, and it had absolutely nothing
to do with
any
the last
previous episode
Yeah.
ever. So the first time I saw it, I'm like, the fuck? So I'm looking to see, I'm like, where's this mess? Like, where the hell is this episode that I apparently missed? And I didn't miss any episodes.
Yeah. So
Not
that
at
was pretty fucking great. All right. See, it's only after. Should probably take a break.
I thought you were done at 10.
Yeah, but this bitch was late.
Meh.
Done when you're done, right?
I'm done when I'm done.
I don't know. I got to teach you this thing about schedules.
Good luck with that. His mom and I have been trying that. She's been trying that for 35 years.
Why do you think I don't have a regular job? Still can't get that fucking thing right. No, but Chris is fucking correct, I guess. We're going to stop at 10.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do that because, unlike T,
other things.
Unlike T, I still come to do the show and then watch Game of Thrones afterwards.
Right.
Rather than
Fuck you, T.
bail on the thing and to have to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, T.
Yeah,
Come
T.
on.
God. No, we're just kidding, T. We love you. Make sure you come back to the show whenever Game of Thrones is finally done in fucking 5 years, you fucking asshole. Anyways.
2 weeks. This week and the next week, and then it's over. So then, since
Is it all over, Rock? I guess so.
There you go.
That trick never works.
That trick never works. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. Turn out the lights. Oh, wait, no, I can't sing that song either. Shit. Is that copyrighted?
Yes.
That wasn't copyrighted? Fuck. God damn Slick Leonard. So, anyways. All right. It is 20 after. We've been going at this for quite a while here. We'd like to thank all of you out there in Radio Land for joining us this fine evening. I'm going to scooch my little butt up here so Chris can get behind me. There we go. Nestled in there nice and tight. Feels good.
Don't miss our next episode, Fuels Rush In, or the Star-Spangled Boner.
That's pretty goddamn accurate. It will be closer to Memorial Day, and it will be closer to the time we shave the Yeti. Once again, a big special thank you so fucking much. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for your amazing response to the call to support our veterans. You guys were instrumental in getting a nice donation of $600 to one of the veterans charities here. We really do appreciate that. As a bonus, we're going to shave the Yeti the Saturday before Memorial Day.
And if you do want to donate to the Veterans Fund, you can get a hold of us on our Facebook page or the Geek Public Radio. There is a chat room. You can leave a message in our chat room.
Yep, and we'll get you all the details on that. Absolutely. So, yeah, and if you want to support the show and the station in a monetary way, you can do so by going to patreon.com/GP Network. That's PATREON/G Golf P Papa Network. GP Network. And on the Patreon, you will see 3 different levels for donations. The $2 level, the $5 level, $10 level. The $2 level gets you access to the in-studio camera where you can see some of the Hijinks live in person. The $5 level gets you discounts on merchandise on top of the progressive rewards. You also get the camera. The $10 level will get you access to our cool Q&A. So when we have special guests, you can jump in and ask them questions. We will answer them. Rather, the guests will answer them live on air. You can ask us questions anytime by joining us in the chat room. And then on top of that, if you're a local, we might bring you onto the show, but regardless, we will shout you out for being so awesome and a part of our monetary system and our donation system. So thank you guys so much again. The $2 level, buy me a beer. $5 level, buy me a shot. And the $10 level is
White Girl Wasted!
So thank you guys so much again. For everything that you do. Without you, this would not be possible. We'd like to shout out the mothers one more time on this wonderful Mother's Day. Happy day you shot a bowling ball out of your cooter. So here's to you, all you cooter shooters. Thank you so very much for being who you are. We will continue to be who we are. And don't you guys go a-changing on us and all that good shit. I have been Crazy Chris.
This is Woody.
Krista.
And I'm that guy.
That's fucking Topher for anybody who actually gives a shit. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back at it again next week. I just kicked something and almost broke shit. God damn it. I can't get out of the studio without breaking things. All right. We love you guys. Good night.
Good night.